Good morning. What a beautiful day we have. Kind of. Got a little chilly this morning, but not as bad as what they were saying it was going to, which is good. So when I went home last night, I looked at my phone and it said overnight forecast lows 22 degrees. And I thought, oh, our stuff is toast. Not just the beans, but the wheat. We're in bad shape. When I woke up this morning, just after 6, I looked at my phone and it said 28 degrees. It did not get nearly that cold. It may have ticked down to 27 just for a few minutes before it started warming up around 7. So all I'm saying is there's a chance. There is a chance that our beans lived through that. The ground did not seem dry on top this morning, so it wasn't completely frozen. It may have had a crust to it, but I don't know. It's too early to tell anything, and it's too cold to go and look. But maybe this afternoon or tomorrow we'll go back and look at our beans. So we've made it through 2 nights that were supposed to be the worst. The problem is now my weather forecast on my phone is calling for it to get really cold again tonight. It says 24 tonight. Now, it was wrong last night, so maybe it'll be wrong tonight again, but we're not out of the woods yet is what I am saying. So anyway, the plan for today, for at least part of the day, is to get some seed deliveries done. I got a truckload of beans in, those paper bags that I've been waiting for last night. After I left, Dad unloaded them, and I've been waiting for those to get a couple of deliveries out. So I got 2 pretty decent size orders that I can get delivered today, and one of them we're going to do later this afternoon. The other one I'm going to try and do here this morning, but I got to call the guy and make sure he's around and willing to take them. So anyway, that is my plan here, and we'll see what else we can find to do today. Just looking at the footers and stuff here, and they're bringing me some stone today, but everything looks good down in there. I don't know that they're going to come and do anything with the well forms or anything today, but I asked the guy if he was on the mud eradication crew because it's muddy out here. But that's what we're gonna have, I guess. All right, so I'm waiting on, I'm waiting for this afternoon to make those deliveries because I have a couple of people that, both of them said. One said after 2, one said after 3. But we had some stuff that I wanted to send out to a repair place, Ag Express, to get worked on. We've got one of our planter row clutches that wasn't working. We've got some of those sprayer control motors. I think I showed them to you. They've been sitting on the bench here, but they're not closing all the way and not shutting the valve. So we're going to send those motors to them. And then down under there, I've got that monitor for that little Century sprayer that I used in the summer for spraying that manganese on the beans and stuff. So we're going to send all that stuff in, have them check it out, and hopefully it comes back good as new for less than new cost. All right, it's time to load up the trailer. My first delivery here. We've got those 3 piles of seed there to go. All right, I made that first delivery and I'm back. I got loaded up for a second one. Plugged in the forklift and the gator over there, kid's gator. For tomorrow, I got somebody coming to pick up some stuff in the morning. I don't know, we might get quite a bit of seed out of here tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. But the boys will be back with me tomorrow. We may have at least somewhat relieved our babysitter situation. We found someone that's going to watch them probably 3 days a week from now until the end of May, when we have somebody for the summer after school's out. So that is helpful. So they're there today, but they'll be back with me tomorrow, and they'll need a gator. So if you guys didn't see or don't remember, about a month ago, our kid's babysitter died of a brain aneurysm all of a sudden. And so that's why they've been spending a little bit more time with me, because we were looking for a new one. So getting that figured out. All right, I made it back from that delivery as well. The sun has come out. It's halfway decent out here. And look, the ground is even drying off on top here. So that's a good thing. we'll see how cold it's going to get tonight. My phone's forecast changes every hour, it seems like. When I looked earlier, now it says 28 for a low, which is still cold, but if we can stay at that or above, there's still a chance. There's still a chance our beans are going to make it. So we'll see what things look like in the morning, I guess. I put my truck and trailer in here. I'm going to walk back down to the farm. Well, they brought some stone. Got rid of some mud at least. I think, I'm sure they're going to have to brush the concrete off and set their forms and pour the walls. I don't know when that's going to happen. I was hoping maybe tomorrow, but no forms here yet. And the builder said usually they'll drop them off the night before so you know when they're coming. So I don't know. Not a big deal. They'll get to it. Good morning. Well, it did not get nearly as cold last night as I was afraid it was, like high 30s. So if our beans are still alive, they're probably going to make it. We're going to go look here in a little while. It is a little bit later in the morning. It's like almost 11 now. But I've been working on the computer and updating some records. And, well, I'm a procrastinator. And my taxes are due pretty soon because, you know, it's almost May 15th since they extended the deadline. I've probably better start working on that. So I was getting some inventory stuff around and trying to figure it all out. It's all complicated. I hate that it's complicated. But anyway, I got somebody here who needs to get some seed to go to a different dealership. So I'm heading down there. I'm going to get him loaded up and we'll get out of here, or get him out of here. All right, they got some of the beans that came the other night because when I wanted to order in more treated beans, or I needed some for one of my customers yet, and I ordered more because, well, they wouldn't treat any more late. So we got like 200, and I didn't need 200, but other people did. So they're taking them, and I've got a few left here. I think these two are actually going out to other places. So I don't have a whole lot of stock seed here. Those are stock. This actually goes to a customer yet, and most of that is mine. And then there's that. That's it. Guy's got a pretty nice hauling setup there. I think his trailer might actually be shorter than mine is. I think mine's only 18 feet. That would look like about 15. All right, the boys are in the house with Grandma. It's about 11:30. Let's go check on our beans. See what we can see. All right, so these fields are all planted. That is corn. This is where we started planting corn. This is beans. This is our field with our early beans, and then the rest of this where we're walking now, Phil planted last weekend. So we're going to dig a little bit in all three of those different situations, but we're going to start with our early planted beans over here. Well, there's the first one that I see, and to be honest, it doesn't look terrible. I mean, the yellow cotyledons is not a good sign, but this is not red, brown, black, mushy, anything there. That might make it. I don't know. We're probably going to have to wait until next week. It's supposed to be like 80 degrees on Tuesday, and we'll be able to come out here and see if anything is growing. I mean, they're right there. They don't look dead to me. They're still green. They're firm. The tissue is not soft. Look at these ones. Look how green them are. I should look at my phone, make sure I'm actually showing you what I'm trying to look at here, but I am encouraged. Big time encouraged. I think they might make it. Wow. That's fantastic. Well, a little more quick looking around here, and I am not seeing anything that gives me great cause for concern. The yellowing of the cotyledons on the tip there is the worst, but the cotyledons can die off and the beans will still live because the growing point is this little leaf that's in between there. And so I am super encouraged. Like, these look great. If we don't get any more frost, which is an iffy thing yet, we still can, but if we don't, these beans are off for the races. I am astonished at what they look like. And that's, relief, all kinds of stuff I'm feeling right now. It's great. So we'll check them again early next week when it's super warm out and just see if there's any growth. But from what I'm seeing here, I expect them to make it. Here's one of our newly planted beans. These were planted on Sunday. And they're swelled up, started the germination process. Got a long ways to go, but they'll grow fast once it gets warm. So those look good. I expected them to be fine, but they should be. I think it's time to shallow the planter up a notch. With those super early planted beans over there and all the beans we planted last week, knowing that it was going to get really cold right after, we planted them pretty deep, about 2 inches deep. And well, that's not horribly unreasonably too deep for beans. You generally want to plant somewhere in the 1.5-inch range. So now that we're past the cold and things should start growing more quickly, I think we can shallow up to 1.5 inches, 1.75 inches, and keep planting the rest of our beans there. So I'm gonna check a corn seedling here real quick. We'll dig up one of those and see what they look like. I expect about the same as the beans there. May see a little bit of a shoot coming, may not, because it's been cold. So see what it looks like. And yeah, about the same. Don't really see much of a shoot. Corn seedlings don't swell up quite like beans do. So it'll start a shoot out the tip. Just a real small little one started there. Seed's still firm. It's good. It just needs some heat. Now, I've got about 20 minutes, half hour before it's lunchtime. And rumor has it the morel mushrooms are out like crazy after the snow. And my dad loves them. And I've always wanted to find some, but I never have. So we're going to spend a little time looking at the ground. Anybody has any tips and tricks, I'd love to hear them, because I feel like they got to be here and I'm probably stepping on them and I just don't see them. Well, found some mushrooms. Not morels, though. More not morel mushrooms. Where are they? How do I find them? Feel like this is a good spot. Found some more not morel mushrooms. Those ones are big ones. I feel like if there's other fungus growing in the general vicinity, that leads well to what you're looking for, right? But not having much luck, and I'm about had enough here for a while. I give up for today. It's nice out. It feels like good weather for them because it's sunny and in the 50s. It's got to be getting warmer. That's good. I don't know. Maybe we'll try again this weekend. One day. There is still snow on the ground there, so there's that. Can you see that van? John Deere dealer parts delivery. So when I was planting corn the other day, I was having a little bit of trouble. Oh, you guys remember that electrical issue that my CCS fan quit, and I jiggled the wire harness on the back of the tractor, and that made it work again. So I bought a new one of the plugs, 7-pin wire harness plugs, to put on the planter side of it to try and fix that and see if there was something wrong there, because we had just done one on the 1790 on the bean planter too. So I thought, just get one and change it. So that's what they dropped off to me. I need to get some pictures of some of the plumbing on this anhydrous bar. The guy we bought it from said, hey, could you send me a few pictures of how we had that plumbed? So I'm gonna send them to him. Phil got his spiked closing wheels put on the bean planter and got them ones down there, the plastic ones up there, so we can do our little comparison. Tractor's gone. Here's my new 7-pin connector gonna switch this one out. We'll take the old one apart. Maybe there'll be something obvious like a loose wire, but I sort of doubt it. And we're just gonna put the new one on. I brought some contact cleaner. We'll clean up the ends of the wires a little bit. We may have to change the plug on the tractor side too. I got one of those on the bench if we need it, but we're gonna start with this side. It's plenty dirty. Corroded connections. Yeah, we're just gonna replace it. Looks like maybe that black wire was our biggest culprit, as the dirtiest. That or the red one maybe has a little green corrosion on it. So clean them up, put the new end on. All right, well, all of the wires matched up with the colors that it said they were supposed to be, except for the red and the black. And I'm pretty sure I know what those two are. So I think we're good there, but we're gonna try all the lights and just make sure everything's working the way that it's supposed to. Looks good. The rear lights are on, albeit kind of dim, but the tractor's not running, so. Dad put a new sight gauge on our diesel tank because the old one had gotten all discolored and cloudy and you couldn't see where the fuel level is anymore. Yeah, we're right there behind that piece of tape. This is a different kind of plastic. We'll see if this lasts any better or not. Anybody got any suggestions on the type of hose that you need for fuel sight gauge so it doesn't get discolored and dyed and the UV lights destroy it? Let me know. Well, looky what we have here. We bought it. New air seeder for planting wheat. This will replace our 1560 double drills, and it will be so much nicer. This thing is a little dirty, case in point. That, but we'll get it cleaned up good. We got a little learning to do, figure out how it all works. Should be really nice though. So that is a 1990 CCS drill. That's the model number, not the year. It's a 2014 is the year on it, I think. 30 foot, 10-inch spacing. So we're going to plant wheat on 10-inch spacings now, which I think will be fine. There's a lot of guys around here that do it. That air seeder actually is fairly local. It came from about 7-8 miles west of us here. And I think it's going to work pretty well. Like I said, it needs cleaned up a little bit, but we can do that. So what that means is we have a set of 1560 double drills that are for sale if anybody is interested. These are roughly 1998 models, I believe, with a Houck hitch. You pull them side by side, 30 foot, and they are on 7.5-inch spacings. They're in decent shape. The bushings and stuff probably could stand to be replaced. I think it probably needs blades. The boots should be okay. Most all the bearings are good and everything because we do make sure that it runs. We've only planted between 450 and 500 acres a year with it for the last 10 years now since we bought our 1790. So yeah, most of the gauge wheels are good. There was a few like that one that are a little bit chewed up and need replaced, but for the most part they're in pretty good shape and they work good. It's got electric population adjust. It's got the 30-foot wide, obviously, markers for 30-foot drills. So it does have a loop monitor. Good drills, if anybody's interested. I did take some pictures and throw it up on Facebook Marketplace about an hour ago, and I've got somebody coming to look at them tonight. So maybe by the time you're seeing this, they're sold. I don't know. But yeah, if you're interested, send me an email. The boys are up from their nap. You guys say hi.
Hi.
So we got to keep them busy for a while. We're gonna go down to the house foundation and scrape some stones. Oh, we need some stuff out of this barn. I'm gonna try and get some tile plugs and cut them tile that they cut off flush and put the plugs in. Need to mow my lawn so it's not so thick and they can ride through it better. Anyway, those two will be fine. So I'm gonna come back up here. So they brought this stone down the other day. Was that yesterday? Might have been yesterday. And they used their slinger truck to throw it in the hole here. And they're just kind of bedding the footers, both sides of what they poured. Problem is they got stone all over the footers. And I don't like it. And I know they will clean it off and I'm wasting my time, but I'm going through and scraping the stone off, sweeping the stone off the footer so that it's easier and faster for them to just set their forms and go. And yes, I'm aware that I'm wasting my time, but it gives me a little bit of that sense of ownership and pride in just doing it right, and it gives me something to do to work on my house, which I need. I want to do something. So I'll drink my Dr. Pepper and shovel some stone for a little bit. There. Now I feel better. Probably didn't save myself any money, but you know, I feel better. So, all right, I gotta go and get a knife. I want to cut off this tile back to where it is round and stick in one of them caps. Same thing on that one. And then we're gonna pick up some of this trash that everybody has left in here, and then we'll be done here. I cleaned up this end of this tile. Look at this. You see those things hanging down here? Those are roots. My guess is from the corn. This was the middle of a cornfield, so there shouldn't have been a whole lot else growing there. Cool. It's clean, but it's only been there for 6 years, so it ought to be clean. 6 years? 8 years maybe. Put that cap in so it doesn't suck dirt, and we should be good there. When they pour the walls, I will mark it on the foundation where exactly those two tile are so that we can find them later. Phil's not wasting any time getting this thing cleaned up. He got them rotten beans out of that auger and they stink. What's you doing? Eating your Reese's Pieces? Yeah. All right, well, it's getting plenty late for me to be at the farm, but this guy's coming to look at these drills here in a few minutes. So we're gonna wrap this one up. It's like 7:30. The kids are still in the house. They're getting a bath now, so at least that's done. Anyway, thanks for watching today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. If it rains tomorrow, obviously we won't be in the fields at all this week or doing anything, but maybe Monday if it doesn't rain. So we'll see how things go. Hopefully next week we'll be in the fields. It's supposed to be warm again, so that's a good thing. Anyway, have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, questions, comments, leave them down below. See ya. Never mind about them drills. They're sold.